Thanks for visiting. I'd like to share with you steps for implementing an ideal problem-solving process. As I travel the country providing professional development services around database decision-making, one thing that I notice is that schools lack a specific process for systematic problem-solving. To meet that need, I encourage schools to consider implementation of an ideal problem-solving process. Now, IDEAL stands for the 5 essential steps in a problem-solving process, and really IDEAL just is a mnemonic that helps folks remember the steps of the process. Let me review them with you. The I stands for identifying the problem. The steps associated in this phase are to first review your existing data and compare that to your desired outcomes. You'll want to reflect on the strengths that you see in your data and what challenges you face. The second step is to define and analyze the problem using data. So you'll look at that existing data and you'll prioritize the challenges. You'll identify what challenges you will address first, and then you will think about what factors may be contributing to the challenge that you're dealing with. The third step is to explore improvement or intervention options. The very first step in this step is to set a measurable goal. You'll reflect on where you are and where you'd like to go. And based on that measurable goal, you'll identify and brainstorm some strategies that might help you address the concern that you're facing. You'll want to choose the improvement option or the intervention strategy that's robust enough to help you reach your long-term goal. The fourth step is to act on an action plan. You'll write an action plan based on the strategies that you want to implement, and in your action plan you'll want to make sure that you develop a protocol for monitoring progress. You want to make sure that you're making database decisions, so you'll need to collect data on a frequent basis to help you determine whether or not you're seeing improvement. You'll also in this step want to think about how you will make sure that your action plan is implemented with fidelity or consistency. And the last step in this ideal process is to come back and look at results. So after your implementation phase, you will review the updated assessment data, and you'll use that data to determine next steps. Have you seen progress? Is that progress adequate? Or do you need to try some additional intervention options? You'll want to also set another date to come back and look at data. It's an ongoing process. So that's the ideal process, and I encourage schools to utilize that process as kind of a checklist to help them systematically review data and determine best options. For more information on database decision making or this ideal process, check out our webpage.